Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you again with Endah, and for the fifth meeting, Endah will be give you some materials about the software development process and life cycle. Actually, our material is from the first and the fourth meeting. It's to support these materials, and for the software development process and life cycle, actually you have learned on software engineering subject, and so maybe Bu Endah not give the explanation a lot, just only a review from the software engineering subject, and give the information only the step of software development process of software development life cycle, right? The first that we know for the software development process is the objective. What is the objective we learn about the software development process? The first one, we must know what is the process. The process in here is like software development products, processes, and resources. On this development, we'll need we will know about the software models, and we will use one of them as our model to develop the product, the software, the application, the system that we will develop. And tool and technique also learn on the processing model. And what we do on software process model. Actually, on the software process model or software life cycle, we have if we give mark to the step by step, we have 5 main steps on the software life cycle. The first one is the requirement analysis or definition. Actually, we know about the requirement analysis on to develop the software, because we need some we need know what is the detail of our software interaction. We need what is the transaction for our software application or our system. After that, the second is to make design. Actually, this material, if the design is like the system architecture design and for the program design. In software engineering subject, Endah had explain about the process one by one, how to design the application, how to design the software, how to design the system. The first one, if we are using a unified modeling language, we will have several steps for the design. The first one is use case. Second is for activity diagram, and the fourth is for the wireframe or mockup design. Actually, that's UML process. You must follow that, and it will be will be make you the easier ways to design the program. After we have designed the system, after we have designed the application, we get the Next step is writing the program. We also set as coding or implementation. We can set as programming. After we already have the version, the system version, we will need a testing step on our software process model. And testing that could be have several model also, because on testing we not only test the system, but also we can test the usability from the system, from the application, from the software. After we get the testing is right, or it is there is no it is eligible to be delivered to the customer, the step is for deployment or implementation of the result. And actually the five main process this software life cycle you will use on the every model that we will learn about the software process model. What about the maintenance? This maintenance is also the step, but it's not included in the five main step on software process model. But we sometimes we need on this, sometimes we need all. It depends on our customer that have the contract to develop the software. Right. What is the software model process that we have that we will learn is about? The first one is for the waterfall. What is waterfall? Waterfall is how to using the step by step from the what is the first main step of software development life cycle until the end. And there is no iteration on waterfall model. We will also know about the B model, prototyping model, operational specification, transformational model, phase development or increment, that could be increment or iteration model, spiral model, and for the last one is agile method. Actually, software development process model it will be have a new method, new model that will become to this model, and it will be give you some some uh, some new algorithm that you have on this software model process. Okay, what we will learn about in the software development process model? The first one is waterfall model. We know that so for waterfall model, that is we can set this is the first process model that have proposed to the SDLC, and it works for well understood problem. So maybe if we have the problem some that will be solved by the application, the software or the system that we know well understood for the problem, it's no worries if we are using the waterfall model, because on waterfall model there is no change in requirement analysis. And for the it's will be what is effective for the simple and easy to explain the customer. So we because on waterfall model this we have its major phase is marked by the milestone. What is, or maybe will mark by the artifact. So some steps of the software model on the waterfall model, it will be have the milestone. What is the real process step that we have? What is the real artifact from the software application, software development that we must pass from the step of SDLC, this model. Right. Uh, for the waterfall model, it's like the waterfall that's come from up to the bottom, step by step, and there are no iteration to the top again. But maybe some what is some modified waterfall model, it will be different. Maybe some model will be have iteration to revise if we have something that is must have revision to our requirement. So the main step that on waterfall model, that's requirement analysis, design, that be coding, testing, and also maintenance. So most of the model only have 5 main step on the main step of on the software model process. Okay, if we must markable that for the multiple model, there is no iteration. But actually today we must have a lot of model for waterfall model have an iteration like the modified waterfall model that we have. So it's like how to make it more perfect to our software application and system. Right. And what is the drawback of the waterfall model? Because there is no iteration. This needs what is the good requirement, or this is a need the requirement. They said some assume that requirement can be frozen. That is because there is no iteration on this model. Okay, and so we will long wait before the final product, because there is some step we must ensure that the process is will be do like what the requirement wants. Okay. Also, we will know about the waterfall model with the prototype. If we have the partially developed product, and some we need prototyping in what is one step we need to make it prototype. What for? This will be useful for verification and validation. So maybe on design, after we have just designed with the unified modeling, which we create the prototype of this design. So we can make the verification and validation. And this is the process on waterfall model with the prototype that we see. So we need prototyping on this step. And we will using this as for verification and validation on our process. Okay. And the next is for the V model. This is the variation of waterfall model, but this unit uses unit testing. We uses the unit testing on this procedural design. And maybe you will know that's why we set this as the B model, because we we need like how to make a validation from what, from the testing that we conduct to the step on the software development process. So it still have five main process on the software development process. The first one is for the requirement, system design, and program design. And the third is coding, and the fourth is testing, and the fifth is the operation maintenance or implementation. So all of the process need five steps on software life cycle. Okay, the next is about prototyping model. Because this is prototyping model, so need repeat investigation of requirement analysis and design. It will reduce the risk and uncertainty in the development. So it's more complex, but this will be conducted to the make revision on the each step that we have on the software development model. The next is for operation specification model. That is how to requirements are executed and their implication evaluated early in the development process. And functionally and the design are allowed to be merged. So in here, the operational specification model is like to what is to merge the functionally of the some main step on software life cycle. And so we will know about the transformation model, that is have fewer major development steps, and we apply a series of transformation to change specification into deliverable system, like change data presentation, select algorithm, optimize, and compile. We also need to require formal specification to make a transformation model. Maybe we will more know about the this model is this from the steps for the system requirement. We can make an update for the formal development record, and we make like a transformation. This is the formal specification, and we need the transformation. What is the update? And we need the test. After that, we after all of the transformation already is conduct, and we can deliver the system. So the step on the software life cycle, the first one is requirement analysis, and there is like the design is like formal specification, encoding for transform the formal development record. The fourth is testing, and the last is delivered system or the implementation. Right. For the next space development, that could be increment and iteration. It's maybe we can show need like this. Like if we are to develop the software, it's like to be like phase by phase. It's depend the interaction with the user and developer. So if we have the position on developer, we must build the release step by step, like the phase development. Uh, if we know today, if we using the some software is like have release or maybe version, the new release, it's like the example how to use the phase development. That could be increment or iteration, like that. This is what is the difference with incremental development and iterative development. For incremental is like how to improve the system one by one, but is for the iterative is like how to revise with the new one. That's that what is the system that the algorithm has already exists on our software. Yeah, that is it. The next is for spiral model. What is a spiral model? That will be staged by Bohm and combine about the development activity with risk management to minimize and control risk. Actually, we need the major activities in here. It is almost the main step on our on the software life cycle. The first is plan like requirement analysis and also determine goals and evaluate alternatives. And the last is develop and test. So it will miss what is the implementation, but we need also this how to make like the testing, usability testing on this process. Okay, this is the spiral model that we have known that step by step, like how to make it. It's depend on the budget from the customer that we know. Just like the iteration planning, goals, evaluate, develop, test, and that will be continue one step to another step. Right. And the last one is agile method. What is the agile method? Agile method is like to emphasis on flexibility, how to produce the software quickly and capability. We have must know that the main idea on agile method is on the value of individual interaction over process and tool. And also prefer to invest time in producing working software rather than producing comprehensive documentation. And this focus on customer collaboration rather than the contract negotiation. It's all will be like the software development process will be like time by time will be have the new release that it depend on the customer collaboration. And also that will be concentrate and responding to the charts rather than creating plan and then following it. So it's like move fastly how to develop the software. The first one, actually this is the new one, and we already know this method will already have implemented to our work today. It maybe we need to have adaptation with the what is the environment to be agile software development process. Okay, thank you.